Good morning, and welcome to Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement. Hashtag Be Encouraged. And it's good to see everyone who is here today. I've seen already that Deljon, you are here, and thank you, Sunshine, for being here. Good morning to you. And Joy, you're here. Good. Good morning, my Joy. So I'm glad that you all are here this morning. It is a good day. Every day is a good day, but it is also a day, good morning, Britt, that we remember the life of Dr. Martin Luther King. It's not lost on me that it is in the midst of Holy Week. And as we are looking toward, not to, we're not going straight there, as we're looking toward Friday, and we think about the life of the King of Kings, who gave himself for us, that the relationship that Dr. King had with the King of Kings made him know that it was his responsibility, his destiny, to sacrifice so much for his fellow person, and it ended up in his martyrdom of sorts. And so we are looking at and commemorating the assassination, the death of our modern day sacrificial person on the same weekend that we commemorate and we remember the sacrifice for us, for our salvation, of the King of Kings. And so today is April 4th. I am fortunate or unfortunate enough, depending on how you feel about age, to have been alive and in elementary school when this happened. Very, very young in my life, but I remember it has an indelible mark in my memory between the riots in Detroit of 67 and the assassination of Dr. King in 68. Those are the two things that are the most memorable from my childhood. And so on today, we want to take a page from Dr. King's book, Handbook of Living in Life, and the words that he left us. And he told us to do the right thing, that there's never a wrong time to do the right thing. And so today, our thought for today is to be good and to do good. It's easy in this culture that we live in to respond to the way that persons are acting, the kind of attitude and disposition that people show. It's easy to get your buttons pushed and to move over into that place where you want to retaliate for the way that people treat others, that you want to. It's easy to notice when someone has a negative attitude, and what we've got to learn to do is to not sit back and watch that, but to counter that attitude with good. We never know what people are going through, and so therefore, if they're having a bad day and it's showing up in them, then if we're going to be good and do good, it's our responsibility to counter that with goodness, to counter that with smile, to counter that with an uplift for their lives. And when we do, then we are doing God's will in the earth. That we are being representatives of Christ. We are living beatitudes. We are being the people that God is asking us to be. It's very easy to give people, as they say in this culture, I'm giving you the energy you're giving me. It's easy to give folk the energy they give you. But it's so Christ-like to give folks the energy that God is giving you. And so as we look at the sacrifices Dr. King made in nonviolent resistance, as we look at what they went through, including the dogs and the water hoses and the being put in jail and being stabbed, and if he had sneezed, he would have died. We look at crossing Selma, and we look at all of the violence that happened to those who were nonviolent, and then the ultimate violence of the killing of the dreamer. As we look at that, if we're only looking at what we get for doing good, then we'll choose not to do good. Because often doing good does not equal dividends in the earthly realm, in the earthly mindset. Often doing good does not come back to you in ways in which you can, that are tangible in the natural. But when we do good and when we are good, we are being great representatives of He who is good always. We can't say God is good all the time, and all the time God is good, and then not be a representation of that good God, because that's in whom we believe. So let's make it our business. This week is Holy Week. If you didn't give up anything or take on anything that was uplifting this Lenten season, take this time during this week. Do good. Be good. The Random Acts of Kindness Day has passed us by, but that does not mean that you can't do some of those. Look for opportunities to be good and to do good. Doing good won't always get you in, it will sometimes get you in good trouble. And that's okay, because everyone does not receive good, because sometimes good for some people is bad because they want to live on the edge of evil. People like living on the edge of evil. They not bad enough so that they can be considered heinous, but just enough so that they can upset the environment, the atmosphere, with negative vibes. And so you must determine that positivity is where you're living, that no one can take you to that place of negativity. And if they want to go there, that you know how to walk away. You know how to dismiss yourself from that environment. Because if we're going to do good and we're going to be good, if we're going to be good and we're going to do good, because they're interchangeable, then we've got to continue to keep ourselves in a space where negativity cannot infiltrate. When negativity infiltrates, I don't care how good you are, how strong your mind is, you slip over into darkness, even if it's just the edge of it. Don't allow yourself to go to the edge of darkness. Don't go to the edge of evil. Stay in the light of positivity. Dr. King, even though he knew his time was up, he could feel it. He spent the last days of his life trying to make a difference in the lives of others, saying the kinds of words that we hold on to even today from what he was working on and how he was trying to change the mindsets of those who could not receive people for who they are. He worked very diligently. He made a lot of strides. But we must be careful that we don't allow all of those strides to be dismissed or to fall away, because we decided that because of what was done to him and to others, that we were going to stop the fight. We were going to stop the righteous fight, the righteous fight of doing good and being good, in that we know that justice matters. So as we think about what Christ went through, and Christ was in a situation much like Dr. King, they were looking for Jesus to come and upset the status quo, to turn over more than some money changing tables. They wanted Jesus to turn over the government. They thought Jesus was their key to a coup. But Jesus came with love as his message. And so if we're going to walk in the way that Jesus has asked us to, if we're going to be those people whom we've been called to be, then we cannot let the buttons that people keep pushing take us to a place where we fail to, where we cease to be what we've been called to be. Be good, do good. Do good, be good. For there is never a wrong time to do the right thing. May God bless you. May heaven smile on you. I see you, Miss Lucy, and I see you, Sister Linda, and may God bless each of you. Please share. Please let others know that this is a time when we're just going to be intentional about being good and doing good. And I'm not going to match your energy unless your energy is positivity. May God bless you. Heaven smile on you. We'll see you soon. Have a wonderful rest of this Holy Week. Stop and remember all that has been done just for you. And tell somebody else. This is probably the best week in the world to have evangelism on your mind and to know that we will celebrate, some of us early in the morning on Sunday, and then all day long remembering the blessing of resurrection. For with resurrection is life, so that we can be good and do good, remembering the examples and then becoming the representation of that we believe. See you soon, and be encouraged.